Hi, I'm Meghan Kelly. I'm the Director of Brand and Donor Engagement at CAMH Foundation, which is the Center for Addiction and Mental Health. We are Canada's leading mental health hospital, as well as a global leader in mental health research. We care for over 38,000 patients a year at our campus downtown in Toronto at Queen and Ossington. And we also collaborate globally on mental health research, which helps us answer some of the most difficult questions about mental illness and the brain. Brain science shapes everything about the way we understand mental health in the brain. Science has brought us so far in the past several hundred years in understanding how the body works, but the brain is the final frontier and something we still understand shockingly little about. Scientists at CAMH are working in collaboration with their peers in Canada and around the world to better understand how the brain functions, down to the molecular level. This is intense, deep scientific work that has really tangible applications in how we understand, treat, and maybe even potentially prevent mental illness before it starts. Better understanding the brain has led CAMH scientists to make so many incredible discoveries. One of these incredible discoveries is rTMS, which is a stimulation treatment for the brain that targets treatment-resistant depression. This means people who have been suffering from depression and had no relief through conventional therapies or pharmaceuticals are able to find relief that actually lasts for months on end through brain stimulation therapies. CAMH scientists led a really exciting discovery that actually treats the baby blues, so a precursor to postpartum depression. By treating the baby blues and getting ahead of postpartum depression, this is not only helping new moms, but also their families and communities. Similar to this, CAMH scientists have discovered a peptide that can treat post-traumatic stress disorder before it takes hold, as well as a molecule that can prevent memory loss, leading to some significant relief in patients experiencing dementia. It's been incredible to see how far we've come in the past several years around conversations about mental illness, but we still have so far to go. While stigma has certainly started to decrease, especially around more commonly experienced illnesses or disorders like depression or anxiety, it is still so difficult to talk about some of the harder topics within mental illness. That being said, the cultural shift towards talking more about mental illness has allowed CAMH to go after more and more challenging areas. We've had the opportunity through our advocacy to talk about really complex things like suicide and addiction within the public realm, which makes it easier for other people to speak up and start a conversation when they might be suffering or worried about someone that they love. Partnerships like Andrew's are so critical in helping us to advance our mission. Not only do donations like the generous support of Andrew's help us to ensure that our research can move quickly and at the pace of society, it also allows people to open up a conversation and feel supported. When people talk about mental illness and show their support for it, it gives so much hope to those currently suffering and lets them know that there's a place to go and that people have their back. There's so much that all of us can do to support better mental health for all. Opening up a conversation can go an incredibly long way, which I know can also be really intimidating to do because no one wants to say the wrong thing at the wrong time. CAMH has some very helpful resources that help give suggestions on how to open up a conversation with a friend, a loved one, a colleague, or even a young person in your life if you're confused. And you can find those on camh.ca. Mental health research is incredibly underfunded, and we have a very long way to go to truly understand the brain and create a future where mental health is health for everyone, regardless of where they live. Supporting a fundraiser like Andrew's, making an individual donation, or participating in one of CAMH Foundation's events not only helps to accelerate our research, it also shows people with mental health and addictions that they are not alone and that we are all committed to building a future where no one is left behind.